Welcome to the Instagram stories for Monday, March 13th. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. I'm excited for this week's Ask Me Anything, which is what we talk about on Mondays normally, because Adam Mosseri spends some time interviewing Naomi, who is the head of product at Meta. This is a big deal because I am a product manager in my normal 9-to-5 job. You might have heard me say I'm a product manager before, and you think, what is so special about a product manager? How is that different from a project manager? Very good question. We will get into all of that today. First, here's the clip introducing Naomi and exactly who she is.
All right, we're going to do our first Ask Me Anything with a friend. Naomi's a friend of mine. She's also a low-key big deal here. She's a head of product at Meta. What is head of product at Meta?
Great question. So I'm the head of the product management function at Meta. So all the PMs that work at Meta who work with the engineers and designers to build products, that's what I look after.
Awesome. So let's get into the questions.
Okay, let's dive right into the questions. The first question, what is a product manager? This is a very tough thing to explain. I usually say that a product manager helps by setting the timelines for what developers have to do and have to build. So for instance, if we're going to be rolling out a new feature, it needs to be live by June 1st. Therefore, all the pre-work has to be done by April 1st or whatever timelines. That is a key component, as well as gathering all the information that the developers need in order to build what they're going to do. It might be all the parameters, the way it should function, how it should operate, what the interface should look like. All the pieces, the PM has to bring those together. Here's Adam Mosseri and Naomi's answer for what a PM is.
All right, let's start with the basics. What is a product manager?
So let's start with what a product is, because in our world, we use product to describe features on apps that you use, like Instagram Reels or Stories. And a product manager works with a team, a product development team that includes engineers, designers, legal, policy, a whole cross-functional team to bring these features to you. An analogy that I often use is that a PM is like the conductor of an orchestra. So much like an orchestra has a lot of different instruments, the keyboard, the strings, the clarinet, the PM works with these different functions to build new products and features.
I like it.
I really like that illustration about being a conductor in an orchestra. That's excellent. Okay, let's dive into the next question. What do you look for in people that you hire? As someone who's been trying to get hired by Instagram for 4 years now, I am deeply invested in this answer.
Now, I like this question. What do you look for when you hire people? Maybe we both can take a pass.
Yeah. Well, the most important thing to me is attitude. So specifically being open to feedback, because we don't necessarily need a know-it-all. We want someone who's a learn-it-all. And you're only going to learn if you have a growth mindset and are open to feedback. What about you?
Someone with hustle, who learns quickly and takes feedback. I feel like if you've got those three things, you can do anything.
That answer really makes me wish that they had answered a question like, how does one get their resume noticed at Meta or get their resume noticed at Instagram? I did submit that question. It was not answered, but hey, what are you going to do? We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about some updates to the Reels Bonus program, so stick around. This episode is supported by Because I Love It, aka Billy. Billy is a social commerce platform that connects social media influencers with brands to sell online. Billy is performance-based, influencer-centric, and works across all social media platforms. Join Billy's 10,000 influencers today. Find out more at becauseilove.it.com. That's becauseilove.it.com. And we're back. In case you missed it last week, there was some news about the way Instagram was going to be changing Reels bonuses, largely reducing them significantly. Here's the answer to the question, what are you changing about Reels bonuses?
So we think it's important for creators to be able to make a living on Instagram. There are lots of ways to get paid. You can have your fans pay you, you can have brands pay you, but you can also have the platform that you're on pay you. And what bonuses are currently actually still in an experiment to try to work out a sustainable way to pay creators for the work that they do. And what we're doing is we're evolving the program and we're pausing it in the US so we can focus on making sure that it's ROI positive, because it's going to have to be ROI positive. It's going to be sustainable for the long term. But we will be evolving it forward, and I'm still very excited about the space.
I just want to pause and say that I do not understand that answer because I cannot possibly understand how Instagram is not ROI positive already. Let's just give a little bit of statistics to back up what I'm saying. Instagram generated an estimated $51.4 billion in revenue in 2022, accounting for almost 45% of Meta's total revenue. Okay, if you're generating $51.4 billion, I doubt that your payroll is $51.4 billion. So how are you not ROI positive? Where is all that extra money going? I imagine that it's going to support metaverse initiatives or other parts of Meta that are not profitable, but still, you can't say that the Reels bonus program is not ROI positive. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm going to stop going in this line of reasoning because otherwise I'm just going to really, continue to be frustrated. In line with that same discussion though about the Reels bonuses, the next question, what happens if I signed up for bonuses last week? It's a valid question. You might have just gotten access to it. Here's the answer.
Glad you asked this question. Whenever you sign up for bonuses, you sign up for it for a period of weeks, usually 4. And so what we're going to do is we're going to honor that program. It just means that you won't get a renewal request once that's over.
Okay, so there you have it. That's it for today's episode. Thank you for listening. I really appreciate the fact that you take the time to listen to me rant about Instagram each and every day, share news updates. Hopefully you find it valuable. Hopefully you like the direction that I'm going in. If you do, if you could do me a favor, if you like this, please find a way to leave a review. That would really mean the world to me. I haven't had any new reviews in a really long time. And so I try not to ask all the time, but the link to do it is in the show notes. If you could please check it out and find a way to leave a review on whatever platform you listen on. If you have access to Apple Music, that's really the best, or iTunes or whatever, that would be great. Thank you so much for listening, and be sure to come back tomorrow for more Instagram news.
Instagram news got you covered, sometimes even TikTok. Relevant platforms in the metaverse ahead of the wave. Without a break or a pit stop, still waiting for Zuckerberg to give me the big job. Pause. Use trademarks and logos with Insta's permission, of course. If you like the show and gain some good info, maybe leave a review. It's a type of applause. Just drop me a message if you want to collab. If you've got some good content or you want to run ads, at Daniel Hill Media is where I am. TikTok, Facebook and Instagram.